Hey Cancer, what's up? Thank you for joining me on my channel today. Thanks for checking out my prior videos as well. I know you guys had quite a lot of views for your monthly readings and your loved ones. Thanks for any support. This channel's new, I'm getting it off the ground. So today we're just going to do an intuitive read for you Cancer folk out there. So it can be general messages, right? It's not all going to resonate, but check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Any of those will apply to the sign of Cancer in this read. And it's not specifically career or love focused. I'm just going to take what cards present themselves and give the story that the universe wants us to hear for our Cancerian friends out there. Everything you're going to want to know will be in the description box below. And yeah, we'll get to it. I just started an Instagram for this channel, the Intuitive Teacup. So hit me up on Instagram if you're into that. And if not, that's okay too. All right, what can we get for Cancer, please? What messages do Cancers need to hear right now for their best and highest good? For Cancer. What messages do we have for Cancer? Okay. All right. A lot of fire. A lot of fire and cups. Fire and water. I should say wands and cups. You're saying goodbye to an old version of yourself, Cancer. You have recently done some sort of like ascension. And yeah, it's like things that used to hold you back, that were heavy burdens on you, you've literally like lit a match and set the past on fire. It's like you're clearing it from your energy. You might literally be like lighting incense or sage and doing some sort of like clearing things. There is actually like a really strong kind of like witchy mystical vibe to this. I'll show you the cards in a minute, but it's like, yeah, you're sitting metaphorically like on this throne of power, looking back at yourself. I think it's yourself anyway, and just like you're done with it. It's like you're putting the past to rest in a really beautiful way, though. Your energy is, you're in the Queen of Wands energy. And see how she's just so relaxed and she's got like this fancy ball gown on. She's holding like this candelabra, these flames in her hand, like this giant shadow of the crown. It's like it was always there, but you've only recently come into it, and this is what you're saying goodbye to. 10 of Wands. So fire energy is Aries, Leo, Sag. This is an Aries card. You may have Aries in your chart, but the way I place them, it's like this new version of you is looking at this past, just like tattered, lesser, hurt, naive version of yourself. Yeah, it's like, it is kind of that metaphor of like, you know, the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's like you've come out of this smoke. You may have had a tower moment, and like you've come out on the other side, and like, I don't think it was easy, mind you, but you have this class and this ease about you where it's just like, this is the new me. Like that person is gone. And it's not in a materialistic, egotistical way. It's not just like, it's not like a teen movie where the girl gets the makeover and suddenly she, you know, it's not that energy. It's like you've conquered some battles. You've been through some wars, and you're just like, you're a motherfucking badass, Cancer, is what I'm getting. Pardon the language. Okay. It's really good energy. Lots of fire, lots of passion. Maybe you're just lighting up with creative projects, with, it could have to do with a career, but it has a lot to do with self-worth, with self-image, and going after what serves you. It's so good. It feels really good. Even that red, it's like you're wearing that red crab energy, Cancer. I really love it. Oh, okay. So In the past, you had your heart broken. Really bad. It felt like, yeah, it felt like your world was ending. There was a person in your life who I think you wanted to maybe build a future with. And now this is only the Two of Cups, so it's early on in the stages of love, but I mean, it's I think Pisces or somebody just had this card. It's clearly romantic, right? It's like that first kiss out in the garden, or that first exchange of I love you and I love you back. It's so like whimsical and fairy tale, this depiction of the Two of Cups. It's beautiful. Cups, water, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But this is very much, your energy, right? You were involved in this Two of Cups scenario. But I'm getting that one up in flames, and like, I don't want to get too deep into it, but like, this is what it felt like for you. That, like, that's what you came out of, but this idea of, I don't know if it was literally like self-inflicted wounds, but it felt like your world was ending. It felt like you didn't have a reason to go on. And I'm very happy to say that that's the past energy and now you're in this. But yeah, when I'm saying it's like you've done this transformation, it has not been an easy one. Make no mistake about it. Like, you went to some very dark places, Cancer. Like, this is actually like a really scary depiction, right? It's the Ace of Swords. So swords have to do with logic. Libra, Gemini. Am I saying that right? Yeah, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Someone, and I think it speaks more to mental pain than anything else. But yeah, there was maybe like a mental death, something. Yeah, the connection was severed. The connection was severed, and it's almost like you felt trapped, like you were tied to this. You were tied to something, and maybe it was this relationship, but it literally went up in flames, and like these ropes kept you there, and like you couldn't move. You had to watch this thing go up in flames in front of you. And it may have been, now this is, I'm saying this all like, in metaphor, right? You didn't actually get tied to a post that was burning, but it was like you couldn't walk away from this because it felt like a part of you, is what I'm getting. I don't think you're the one who ended this, Cancer, if that's the scenario. Oh, that energy feels so heavy. So I'm happy that you've come back into your power and you realized how amazing you are. But yeah, it feels really heavy-hearted. Yeah. I do think that's you. I was looking at this card and I thought maybe it was going to shift into this other person's energy, but I actually do think it's you. But it's followed by this, and that's why I think it's you. You were able to leave all this bullshit, this mental energy behind, this intense, like, anxiety doesn't even begin to describe it. It's mental pain, but it was trauma. It was a prison of negative thought, of questioning everything you thought to be true, is what I'm getting. The sword of truth, right? The sword of truth is being used in a really graphic, extreme way. It's not being used in a good way. It made you question the truth of what you thought. It made you question your logic. It made you question everything that you felt, right? Cups. But you go from this energy to somehow getting back on your horse and riding through. And this is the card of victory, the Six of Swords. I'm sorry, Six of Wands. I'm so sorry. So Six of Wands, right? You're riding through, in the traditional depiction, it's like you're riding through that parade and everybody's looking up at you and looking at your glory in admiration of just like, oh my God, look at Cancer, because this is who you are now. You made it through some battle. And yeah, like this darker, shadowy energy of the past, all these people in like robes, and yet you've separated yourself from the pack and you're going forward passionately. And there's a sense of travel and movement here with sixes, right? You're leaving this behind. This always looks like what's behind me. I'm in my own prison here, but I love it. I love my stripes. I'm not in a prison. Anyway, All right, so good. Cancer is moving on from that. Good. So then below that, we have you have the Page of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So you have more cup energy coming up. I'm just trying to see how this fits into the story here. I think after you left this, there's been a long period of sitting on your own, gathering your self-worth and transforming. With the butterflies here, it always, the cocoon into a butterfly metaphor. There's some sort of transition. There's a rebirth, but it's like how a crab, is it a hermit crab that leaves its shell behind and goes off somewhere else? It's something about that. It's leaving everything you know. And I think it has to do with, again, self-worth and the way you viewed something, possibly the way you viewed yourself, the way you acted in a relationship, maybe. You've done a lot of hard, deep thinking about that. And suddenly it's like a weight has been lifted and you're seeing things very differently now. You may have been channeling not energy, but messages from spirit, just with like the angel wings there. This could be someone else who's like divinely protecting you and looking out for you, Cancer. And it's like they're sending, if these butterflies are like messages, it's like they're sending things out to you for you to grasp out and reach, to understand that there is love in the world, that good things are going to come. There's so much water here, right? It's water, it's fluid emotion, it's cleansing. It's like it's putting out all these flames that were holding you back, that were literally burning you, right? It just it's like some sort of healing energy is coming your way. And it could be in the form of a relationship, but it could also just be a connection with something greater than yourself. But even the expression on this person's face, if this is you, Cancer, there's a lot of contemplation. I wouldn't say she's happy. I think she's relieved herself from a lot of burdens and stress and negative energy, but there's definitely, it does feel like you're wanting something else, right? But it's good. You're not giving up. It's like you had a victory of conquering whatever this was, of getting past it. And I don't mean to sugarcoat that. There may still be some lingering energy that comes up every now and then, because whatever, like I said, whatever this was, this is heavy. 10 of Wands is a long ass time to be having these really, really intense thoughts, right? But with these cups, it's like there is love. There is beauty in the world. And yeah, don't let other people make you think that there isn't Cancer, because this is what's in your future. 10 of Cups. This is one of my favorite depictions of the 10 of Cups. It's just really beautiful. It's very spiritual, right? Like looking out on a mountain in the clouds. It's like, yeah, it's like the divine is there. Someone is looking out for you, and like, that looks like a wedding dress, right? Now, I'm not saying that you go from this energy to getting married, right? Like, let's use our common sense here, but there's extreme optimism for finding a better match, for having a happy future, for building the fairy tale ending, which I think all Cancers kind of want, right? That's like ingrained in Cancers, right? You want the beautiful love relationship. You want something nurturing that's going to nurture you back, potentially kids or children or babies or pets, whatever. But it's like that, the idea of the house and the home, being in your comfort space, like this is a Cancer's worst nightmare, right? Like the home is the safe space. It's the shell. But it's like you've had to shed that, and maybe you physically moved, some of you. That I'm not picking up on that for most of you. But with this victory card, it's like you moved on from something really bad. And this could be a lot of things. I was saying relationship because of this. And I think for a good majority of you, it is going to be. Oh, but it's heavy energy, Cancer. I'm going to clarify the 10 of Cups. I haven't really been doing clarifications, but can we get anything for the 10 of Cups? Oh, I just got this too. So the energy was kind of very split. this way, but I'm also starting to look at it this way. And again, you're moving on. This is how it looks on my board, from this anxiety, this mental, just about a mental death. It's almost the 10 of Swords, right? It's the 9. You're moving on victoriously. You're charging through the crowd. You're leaving lower vibrations behind. You're coming into your power. There's a spark within you again to chase after what you really want, Cancer. And it's like, just when you hit your rock bottom, it could be that new love comes in, depending on how we look at it. It's that way for you guys. Because following this card is this. And so it could be that, again, like that divinely guided, like, I'm just seeing like putting butterflies out into the world for you to see, Cancer, like dropping you messages, dropping you hints, giving you signals of some kind. Maybe you're trying to manifest something new in this state of victory, and it could be that new love comes in for you. If this wasn't, I mean, it still could be a past relationship that really puts you in that tough state. But yeah, it's like just when you'd almost given up hope. Granted, you do have to do this. That's an important step if you aren't in this energy yet, Cancer. You do have to get up on that horse and keep riding through the shit until you get to like greener pastures. But yeah, there could be new love coming in that's more divinely guided. I'm almost getting like it's tailor-made for you. And it has to do with timing. So if it's feeling like it's taking a long time, it's because it is. This love is coming in so that it can grow strong. It's going to start as the 2 of Cups, but it's going to end in the 10 of Cups. It's going to become the 10 of Cups. It is going to be that fairy tale ending. Yeah, and so for as long as it took for every one of these swords to add up, to feel like another knife had been stuck into you, to tolerate this pain for so long, like symbolically, it feels like that's how long it's taking for something good to come back in, but it's coming. That's the thing. So patience, that is so hard. I'm like the least patient person ever. So I feel you, Cancers. I am going to clarify that 10 of Cups. But yeah, that message might resonate for some of you as well. Maybe you've already met this 2 of Cups person coming in if it isn't an energy from your past. I mean, I was going to say, I suppose it could be a return of someone from your past, but I would be very cautious because, again, if this is what a person did to you, I would be very hesitant to allow that energy back into your life, Cancer. But we all have free will. We all, can do as we wish to determine our destinies, right? Okay. Yeah, you're leaving any sort of mental baggage, mental head games that you were playing behind. Remember how I was saying this made you, the severe pain, this death, this 10 of Wands energy, it made you question everything you knew and everything you felt. It had you going internal to be like, oh, it felt real, or it felt this way, or I thought this, I thought that. You're leaving all that like bullshit energy behind, that mind tricks, right? The 5 of Swords. It's like someone walked away and played dirty, and then you were left kind of needing to be consoled, Cancer. But you're leaving that behind. You're healing from whatever happened to you. This is very healing energy. Cups are healing anyway. Spiritual, happiness, love. Yeah, you have love coming in. And, okay, interesting. So it's taking a very, very long time to come in. Literally like a butterfly, or the worm going into its little cocoon and then having to become a butterfly. Like, that's a process that can't be rushed. And there's a reason it's taking so long. Like, something needs to cook a little longer, right? It might be you gaining your confidence back, your self-worth, your ability to love without, what is the term? It's on the tip of my tongue. Love without, you guys know what I'm trying to say here. I wish you were here to, without restrictions, without all the past bullshit of what you've had to deal with, to come into a relationship like with an open heart, with accepting energy and not having like mental baggage, I guess. Bottom of your deck is 8 of Wands. So what I was saying, where it's taking a long time, when it's ready, it's going to come in, and it's going to come in like that, like 8 of Wands, communication, fast. So when it comes in, it's going to feel good, and you're going to know it. You're going to know it when it's there, because it's just going to like, it's going to like slap the cup up, and the love is just going to splash all over you, is what I'm getting. All right, what can we get for Cancer? Hang in there, Cancer. It has not been an easy road for you, but it's getting better. Ugh. Nothing fell out. My deck just split in half, though. What can we get for Cancer, please? Is there any card that goes along with this spread for Cancer, please? Cancer. Emotions are running high. Supermoon. Cancer. Emotions? Never. I'm just kidding. I got so much Cancer in my chart, so I'm allowed to play. I love Cancers. Emotions are what make you the most beautiful sign, though, right? 10 of Cups. Emotions are running high. It's one extreme to the other. I mean, you have 2 10s. Are there emotions here? Yeah. But you're almost dead. It's like you've been killed by these negative emotions here, and then you come into that later. After a lot of waiting and a lot of patience, emotions are running high. Supermoon energy. But Cancer, you're ruled by the moon, so that in itself, it's like, there's renewal. The moon is constantly changing. There's always going to be change in your life, which can be scary, but some of the change coming in for you is effing amazing. All right, Cancers, that's what I got for you. I hope that resonated with some. Like, share, subscribe if you want to see more, and I love you dearly, crabby friends. Take care, and I will see you mid-month for more updates. Bye, guys.